Blue Prism is a global leader in intelligent enterprise automation, transforming the way employees work by making it simple for individuals to automate operations. Blue Prism helps enterprises improve operational efficiency and agility. Hey everyone, I welcome you all to this session. In this session, we will see a tutorial on Blue Prism. Let's look at today's agenda. Firstly, we shall begin with the introduction to Blue Prism, and then see the user interface of Blue Prism, followed by which we will understand the core components of Blue Prism like Process Studio, Object Studio, Application Modeler, and others. Finally, we will have a hands-on session. Watch the video till the end to not miss the hands-on session. If you haven't watched our previous video on what is Blue Prism, I would suggest you to go through it for better understanding. But before we begin, make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel and clicked on the bell icon so you never miss an update from Simplilearn. So without wasting any further time, let's get started with tutorial on Blue Prism. Introduction to Blue Prism. Blue Prism is software that develops enterprise robotic process automation, allowing businesses to automate complex end-to-end operations. Blue Prism developed the virtual workforce platform concept and works on an enterprise robotic process automation platform that is strong, highly scalable, secure, and reliable. Blue Prism software complements standard IT solutions by utilizing an agile virtual workforce that follows rule-based business processes and interacts with the system in the same way that users do. Blue Prism's RPA software solution automates tasks that would otherwise be carried out manually by humans or through major customization of current IT systems, resulting in higher level of automation with significantly lesser investment and faster deployment. Blue Prism user interface. There are 6 types of tabs in Blue Prism, that is Home, Studio, Control, Analytics, Releases, and System. The home page includes many charts that provide information on the Blue Prism database. The workforce availability metric displays the runtime resources that we are utilizing. The amount of queues and automation in the database is shown by total automation. Queue volumes now displays queue volumes based on the statuses. And largest database table displays the Blue Prism database largest tables. Studio. Blue Prism Studio is a critical component through which we build actual automation actions. With Studio, we can automate a process, build a process using flow, add logic, calculations, and intelligence without writing any code, drag in actions, calculations, loops, and more. In Studio, we can connect the blocks in preferred order. Use smart skills from Digital Exchange. Digital Exchange is where we can find ready-made skills to enhance the automation with machine learning, AI, language translation, and many more. The studios are divided into 2 categories, Object Studio and Process Studio. Control Room. Control Room assigns the process to digital workers. User can quickly start a process by dragging it onto a resource. The control room is the key administrative point in Blue Prism, where we can handle the control, monitoring, execution, and scheduling of process executions on dispersed robots. Analytics. Blue Prism Analytics is a module that allows you to see data graphically in the form of charts such as pie, column, gauge, and line. Releases. The release manager is used to manage configuration package, import and export between multiple Blue Prism settings. System. Administrators use the System tab to manage users. Let's look at some of the Blue Prism components. Some of the Blue Prism components are Process Studio, Object Studio, Application Modeler, Exception Handling, and Work Queues. A Blue Prism process is created as a diagram that looks much like a common business flow diagram. We can call from the Process Studio if the page is published. For development and testing, we use Process Studio. Process Studio has only main page. Object Studio. Object Studio is mostly used to create objects. We have several types of activities within the object, which are as follows. That is the modular application to spy the elements, initialize page and clean up page. The next component is application modeler. The application modeler is used to spy on apps. Spying is the process of identifying the elements in the applications. We have 4 different types of spying modes. That is Win32 mode, HTML mode, accessibility mode and region mode. The next component is exception handling. The managing of exceptions in unattended automation is defined as exception handling. It ensures that faults can be automatically fixed if possible, or that they are easily identified and repairable by system administrators, or they can be forwarded for human completion if necessary. Exception handling success is determined by how well it is implemented throughout the development. Exception handling is a critical part of any Blue Prism solution. An exception is a problem that arises during the execution of a process. When errors are encountered in Blue Prism, it generates exceptions. Exception handling stages. Exception handling can be achieved using resume, recover, and exception stage. In the resume stage, it ends a block for handling exceptions. In recovery, it begins a block for handling exceptions. In exception stage, explicitly raises an exception in the execution of process or an object. The different types of exception are internal exception, system exception, and business exceptions. Internal exceptions come based on our missing mandatory data in stages. System exceptions will occur based on internet is down or our bot need internet or any system failures. Business exceptions. These exceptions are not actually exceptions. However, based on the business rules, we are creating the exceptions. We need to fire manually through bot. Work queues. A work queue is a list that may be configured internally to help a process manage its workload. A process may use numerous work queues, and a work queue may be shared by multiple processes if necessary. The Control Room Queue Management tab serves as the operational user interface for work queues. The tab is divided into 2 sections. The upper half displays a list of queues, while the lower half displays a list of queue items. In the configuration of work queues are formed in the Blue Prism's administrative area System Manager. Now let us look at a demo on email automation. If you haven't installed the Blue Prism software yet, then check out our video on Blue Prism installation and get it installed. So let's jump into Blue Prism software and get started with the email automation. Let's first sign in Blue Prism. Click on next. This is the overview about the homepage, studio and control room and digital exchange. Close it. Let's go to studio. The very first step is to import email POP3 SMTP business object. To import that, go to File, go to Import Process Object and go to Browse. You have to go to the folder where Blue Prism software is installed. In my device, it's installed in C. Go to local disk C, go to Program Files and go to Blue Prism Limited, Blue Prism Automate. Here, scroll down and go to VBO, Business Objects. And here you can see Email POP3 SMTP. Click on Open, select this and click on Open and click on Next. Click on Next. Click on Next. So when you're done with this, the email POP3 SMTP will be imported. The next thing is create a new process. So select process, go to create new process, and let's name the process. We'll name the process as email automation. Click on next. Enter a description of this process if you want, so that if some other user opens the file, he should know that what is the process about. So enter the description. It's optional. So we'll click on finish. And let's open this process now. The very first step is to drag and drop an action. So select action and drop it here. Open this action. So in first step, we will set up the email POP3 SMTP business object. So we'll name this action as setup. Select the business object as email POP3 SMTP, and the action is configure. We are configuring it. And here we have to enter the username, password, POP3 server details. So from where do we get the server details? To get the server details, we have to go to the browser. Go to the browser and search as Gmail server configuration. Here you see, you will get all the details here, the port number, the email. So in the SMTP server, we'll enter the smtp.gmail.com and the port number as 587. And in the POP3, we will enter pop@gmail.com and port number as 995. And both the servers will turn it on. To turn it on, we'll write it as true. So we'll go back to the Blue Prism. So enter the server pop.gmail.com. Enter it in the double quotes. And SMTP server, enter as smtp.gmail.com. And the POP3 port number is 995. And the SMTP port number is 587. And POP use SSL should turn it on. To turn it on, we need to enter the value as true. Okay, now we should enter the username and password. If I enter the password here, for example, if I enter the password here, the password is visible. We don't want the password to be visible. The password should be encrypted. So for the password to be encrypted, in data item, there is an option called password in data types. So go to data item, drag and drop a data item, and select the data type as password. And enter the password here. Here the password will be encrypted. And click on OK. We'll name the data item as password. Similarly, we will use another data item for username. Name the data item as username. Select the data type as text and give the initial value. So enter your email ID. and click on OK. So now we have username and password. Now go to the setup and select the username and password. Drag and drop this username and in the passwords drag and drop the password. So the setup is done. The next step is we want to enter the subject and the data in the mail. Right, for that we need to use another action item. Drag and drop another action. Name it as sending message. Select the business object as email pop SMTP and go to action, and in the action select the action as send message. Here you need to enter the email ID to whom you want to send. So I'll enter the email ID which we had entered in the username. Enter both the from and to email IDs. So I'll use the same email ID. Since this is just for demo, I'm using the same email ID. So enter the subject. Subject, I'll enter it as demo. And enter the body. Hello. So now that we have entered the subject and body, let's close this. And now let us now use the link and connect it. Now let us click on run and check whether we have received the email. Oh, oops, there is an error. We have missed something. Oh, we have missed a double quote. Let us save again. Reset and run. So the process is completed. Let us go to the email inbox and check whether we have received the email. So let me refresh, and here you go. We have received the email as hello and the subject is demo. So we have received the email. Now let us send it with an attachment. So for that we go to the Blue Prism. We go to sending message here. Here you can see attachment. Attachment is of the data type collection, right? So for that we need to use a collection item. So drag and drop a collection. Go to collections and click on import. Select the business object as email and select the action as send message and the parameter with attachments. Select the attachment and click on OK. Next go to initial value. In initial value click on add. You can add multiple path here and attach how many ever attachments you want. For now we'll attach only one attachment. So you need to provide the file path here. So we'll go to the desktop. So I have this article on desktop. So I'll attach this article in the email. So select this article, shift and right click and copy as path. Copy this path, go back to Blue Prism. And provide the path here. Remove the double quotes and click on OK. So Once the collection item is completed, go back to sending message. Go to collections. Here in the collection, select this. And click on OK. Click on reset and let us run. And here you go, you can see the process is completed. So let us go to the email inbox and check if we have received an email with an attachment. So here we go, we have received the email with the attachment. Let us open it. The same email with the subject demo and the body as hello and with the article which I had attached, RPA projects. So I have received the attachment. So with that we have reached the end of this video. That was all about the demo on email automation. If you have any doubts regarding this video, you can comment in the comment section and our team will try to answer. And like and share it if you found it interesting. Thank you for being here. Keep learning and stay tuned to Simplilearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.